Alright, I guess this is it. I've played this conversation over in my head more times than I can count. Every time I thought I was ready, I talked myself out of it. I kept telling myself there'd be a better time, another day, another chance, but that day never came. I can't keep walking around carrying something this heavy. Not anymore. My mom deserves the truth, even if the truth changes everything. I've been protecting this secret for so long that somewhere along the way, it started feeling normal, but it was never supposed to be normal. It was supposed to be something we dealt with years ago. When we were kids, we thought we had all the answers. We thought holding on to the truth gave us some kind of control. Looking back now, all it really did was keep us trapped. For years, I convinced myself I was protecting my mother. I told myself she had already been through enough. She lost her brother, and I couldn't bring myself to hand her another burden to carry. But maybe I wasn't protecting her. Maybe I was protecting myself. Because once I say these words out loud, there's no taking them back. She's going to have questions. Questions I've been dreading for years. She's going to want to know why I stay quiet, why I never trusted her with the truth. And honestly, I don't know if I have a good enough answer. I was young. I was angry. I thought time would somehow make this easier. It didn't. It just made the silence longer. I don't know how she's going to react when I say Stone's name. I don't know if she's going to believe me or if she's going to think I've completely lost my mind. But I know one thing. I can't walk out of this house today without finally telling her. Whatever happens after this, happens. At least she'll finally know the truth. Mom, there's something I need to tell you, and I need you to hear me all the way through before you say anything. You remember the night Uncle James died. You remember coming to the hotel to pick me and Vernon up. The police asked us if we knew who was responsible, and we told them we didn't. But that wasn't the truth. We did know. Back then, we made a promise to each other that one day, when we got older, we'd handle it ourselves. We were young. We were angry. And we thought revenge was the only answer, but as the years went by, we realized that wasn't the life we wanted to live. So instead of carrying this any longer, I'm bringing it to you. There were two men at that hotel that night. Stone was one of them. I never told you because I didn't know how. Every year that passed, it became harder and harder to find the right words. I know you're probably wondering why I stayed quiet for so long. Truth is, I ask myself that same question all the time. I should have told you years ago. And for that, I'm sorry.
Israel, what did you just say? No, you're not making any sense. You're telling me Stone was there the night my brother died? And you've known this all these years? You carried something like this around and never told me? Why, Israel? Why would you keep something this big from me?
Mom, I know what I just told you is a lot to take in. I wish I could tell you I had a good reason for waiting this long, but the truth is, I don't. I was scared, Mom. Not scared of Stone. I was scared of what this would do to you. You had already been through so much. I couldn't stand the thought of watching you relive that pain all over again. So every year I kept telling myself I'd tell you tomorrow. Then tomorrow turned into another year, and another year. Before I knew it, I had been carrying this secret for most of my life. I thought I was protecting you. But somewhere along the way, I realized I wasn't protecting you anymore. I was protecting the secret, and that wasn't fair to you. You deserved to know the truth a long time ago. I'm sorry I waited. I'm sorry you had to hear it this way. But I couldn't keep looking you in your eyes, knowing what I knew, and pretending everything was okay. Whatever you decide to do with this information, that's your decision. I just couldn't carry it by myself anymore.
Israel, I don't even know what to say right now. Everything you've just told me, it doesn't even seem real. For all these years, I've been living my life, and you're telling me you've been carrying something this heavy all by yourself? I can't even imagine what that must have felt like. If what you're telling me is true, then my whole world has just been turned upside down. I need answers, real answers, and the only person who can give me those answers is Stone. I'm not jumping to conclusions, but I am going to sit down with my husband, and I'm going to ask him myself, because if there's any truth to what you've just told me, I deserve to hear it. And so do you.
I figured it was only a matter of time.
Can I come in?
Come on in. I figured sooner or later we'd have this conversation. I just didn't know if you were ever going to be the one to make the first move. Go ahead, have a seat. I've got a lot of questions, and I hope you're ready to answer them, because I've spent years wondering about a lot of things.
I understand. And I'm not here to dodge any of your questions. I'm not here to rewrite history either. I know I wasn't the father you deserved growing up. I know I missed birthdays, school events, the little moments that matter the most. And no amount of apologizing is ever going to give those years back. But I'm here now. Not because I expect forgiveness, because you deserve the truth.
The truth? I've been waiting on the truth my whole life. You know what hurt the most? It wasn't that you worked. It wasn't even that you traveled. It was feeling like I wasn't important enough for you to stop. Every time Mom said you were out of town, or had another meeting, or another business trip, I kept telling myself, maybe next week, maybe next month, maybe next birthday, but you never came.
You're right. I thought I was doing what a man was supposed to do. I thought if I worked hard enough, built something successful, made enough money, that one day you'd understand why I sacrificed so much. But somewhere along the way, I confused providing with being present. Those aren't the same thing, and I didn't realize that until it was too late.
Do you know how many basketball games I played? How many ceremonies? How many birthdays? I used to look around hoping you walked through the door every single time. Eventually, I stopped looking because disappointment started hurting more than expecting nothing.
I don't blame you. If I were in your shoes, I'd probably feel the same way. I miss years that I can never get back. That's something I'm going to have to live with every day.
Then why now? Why come looking for me now?
Because seeing you again reminded me of everything I've been running from. For years I stayed busy. Business became my excuse. Work became my escape. If I kept moving, I never had to deal with what I lost. But when I saw you standing there, all those excuses disappeared. I realized I couldn't spend another day pretending we didn't have unfinished business.
You know, I used to be angry, really angry. I blamed you for everything. But the older I've gotten, the more I realize holding on to that anger wasn't helping me either. That doesn't mean everything's okay. It just means I'm tired of carrying it.
I don't expect you to forgive me today. Honestly, you may never forgive me. And if that's the case, I'll accept it. But if you'll let me, I'd like the chance to earn my way back into your life. Not as somebody trying to erase the past, but as a father who's finally willing to face it.
I'm not promising anything. There's still a lot we need to work through. A lot. But this is the first real conversation we've ever had. And maybe that's where we start.
That's all I'm asking for, a place to start.
You hungry?
Yeah, I could eat.
There's a place around the corner. They make a pretty good burger.
Lead the way.
I still can't believe the conversation Israel and I had today. All these years, I thought I knew the people in my life. I thought I knew the man I married. And now, My own son has come to me with something so unbelievable. I don't even know what to think anymore. James was my brother. I buried him all those years ago. And somehow, I'm just now finding out there may have been things I never knew. Israel has never given me a reason to question his word. But this changes everything. I don't know what the truth is just yet. But I do know one thing. I'm not going another day without getting answers.